All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to your favorite WMMA podcast. Hashtag CB99 Talks. Episode 160. Back again, y'all. Back again. I had to cut it to Wednesday. I was gonna get on yesterday, but I was just kind of busy, man. And when I got in, I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm gonna push this thing back. So yeah, we here, man. We here. Tomorrow's the 4th. Everybody kind of chilling out. It's hot out my way. I mean, it's like feels like 100. They say it's 93, but it feels like 100 out here. I think it was yesterday, man, or like Monday was like in the 60s, but then all of a sudden the temperature out here just jumped back up. Like we were in a heat wave, man. It was like 90 to 100. Then I think Monday it dropped down to maybe like 60 at night. So it was feeling good, but it just jumped back up yesterday and today, man. So it's pretty hot out, man. But yeah, man, we back again. Looks like WMA is kind of picking up a lot of stuff to talk about again. It was a little dry. Uh, we don't have any fights this weekend though. No, the next card is what the Rose and Tracy Cortez fight next weekend. So I think there's like three fights on that card. So yeah, I just want to run through some things with y'all. Be on here maybe like an hour. Oh yeah, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Zom and Marcus and Brian back again. I see some other fights on the low. Some low ranked fights that's going down, but some of them ain't really holding y'all interest like that. Some of the casual fans, but some of them kind of got me intrigued, but then some of them like, okay, all right, maybe I'll watch it. No, I'm gonna watch it. As a hardcore fan, I always watch them, but some of them they're just kind of throwing out there. It seems like they just make matches sometimes, as of lately. But what else we got going on, man? Yeah. This past weekend wasn't bad. I did watch some Invicta FC. I mean, the stream was kind of lagging. The stream was lagging on YouTube, but couldn't really get to the main card. But if y'all missed it, I'll just kind of go through and fill y'all in on what happened because I saw some of the highlights. From what I was watching, it wasn't bad. You had a few finishes for Invicta FC 55 because they just signed a new deal with CBS. So instead of like what was it, Access TV or YouTube, like they used to show the whole card on YouTube, they're going to show part of the prelims on YouTube. Then they start going to CBS, man. It ain't like when it was on UFC Fight Pass. So to me, I thought the best deal was watching Invicta on Fight Pass or YouTube. I feel like Invicta, yeah, they need the exposure, right? But at the same time, when you make it hard to find for some people, because a lot of people were asking me too, like, where can I watch it? Like, I was like on YouTube. Then it was like, oh man, like, some people say, oh, I can't watch it all. The prelims is the prelims is on YouTube, but I can't watch the main card. It was on like CBS Sports Network. And I think to get on there, you got to have like the app and, do all this connection stuff, like, or have cable. Like, I don't really mess with cable like that anymore, but it seems a little bit harder to watch now than it was before. I think they should just show all of it on YouTube. It's only like 7 fights anyway. I think that's the best promotion for them now, or go back to UFC Fight Pass. I don't know what the deal was with UFC Fight Pass. So, yeah. Wasn't a bad card though. Let me see. I did watch some of these fights. We had let's start from the bottom. Is Violetta Mendoza got a first round finish over Fallon Johnson, just making her debut. That was a good knockout win. This girl Mendoza, I saw her just crack Johnson with the right hand, and the girl went down and just kind of shelled up. Of course, it was her first fight, so maybe it's just that reaction. First time getting hit like that, getting put down, and the referee had to stop the fight. That was a quick fight, and I like this fight between this girl Zoe Nowicki and Josiane Oliveira. Both of these fights were flyweight fights, but this little wrestler named Nowicki, man, she was tough, man. She was throwing bombs against this Oliveira, and they were going at it. That was a good fight. So you had a knockout, then you had this scrap between these two flyweights. That was the second fight. And then you had Fieta versus Katie Saul, atomweight fights, man. Like, the UFC need to bring on atomweights, y'all. I don't know what it is. UFC need to bring some atomweights into this picture, because these girls be fighting, man. This girl Katie Saul, she been around a minute. and she's still scrapping. You know, she came up short in this fight. Fieta beat her, but it was still a good fight. And then this main card, you had Taylor Godardo. Easy work for her against Higashi. You know, Higashi was coming from deep jewels. Taylor Godardo got a quick submission finish, and that was at bantamweight. And you had another atomweight fight. I believe Oshima, another fighter from deep jewels, got beat by this Andres Romero. Another scrap. Girls are throwing down. Good shots landed. These girls are throwing bombs too in this fight. Then you had the co-main event, Kay Hansen back at strawweight against this Siri Cannon. This girl right here, this Siri Cannon, man, she be getting her Andrade on, man. She be trying to slam girls, man. This girl be trying to slam them, man. She be picking them up like, just like Andrade picking girls. She picked Kay Hansen up like that. But back and forth action, man. These girls going at it. Like Kay Hansen, she may not be the best technical fighter, but the girl's got heart. I got to give her credit. Great benefactor. What's up, man? He said 105. Yeah, they really need to add 105, man. And yeah, YouTube is a great platform for Invicta. I believe it is. And I'm gonna argue that until I stop doing this, man. Like until they reach like a higher level of a higher level of viewers, like if they become like a Bellator, which I don't think they will because it's just all women. They need to stick to the YouTube platform. YouTube, I mean, during the prelims, they had over 1,000 people watching. You know, they had over 1,000 people watching, you know. So I thought they should stick to that because this Kay Hansen fight was good, too. All these fights are good. And then you had the Bantamweight Championship fight, Toledo Bernardo, Olga Rubin. How many of y'all picked Olga Rubin? I had to stick it out with Toledo Bernardo. I felt like Toledo Bernardo's jiu-jitsu was going to be a problem in this fight. You know, Olga can bang. Olga Rubin can bang. You know, she was a lot taller in this fight, and bigger. She was looking wide, but it was a good fight. You know, Olga Rubin, you know, she landed a good head kick on Toledo Bernardo. I thought that was going to be it, but Toledo Bernardo, I mean, when it goes to comes down to the ground game, jiu-jitsu is on point. I know some of y'all did pick Olga because y'all thought maybe she's bigger, maybe she was just going to outwork her. But I had to go with Toledo, man. That girl, her jiu-jitsu's gotten better. Her stand-up's gotten better. But man, that just shows you, man, like Tanisha Tennett's submission defense has gotten better because, man, she went 5 with her and she couldn't submit Tanisha Tennett. You know, so yeah, good job on Toledo Bernardo. She defended her belt for the first time. That is, let me see, 5 wins in a row for her. At 37, man, I would take a chance to sign her to the UFC again, man. What about y'all, man? Like, give Toledo a chance, you know, give Toledo Bernardo one more chance, you know. Angela Hill, you know, when she went back to 115 in Invicta, she won the belt. Then, you know, they signed her, and here she is. I mean, I know, yeah, with Toledo being 37, it could be risky, but what else they got? You know, what else they got going on with bantamweight? I mean, it's just starting to pick up with Kayla Harrison, but go ahead and give Toledo Bernardo another chance, man. Sign her, man. She just won 5 in a row. And she's, you know, the champ that just defended the belt, man. So I say give her another shot. Air Mike, what's up? He said, good to hear from you. Yeah, Mark said he picked Toledo. Okay, yeah. Toledo is still the truth on this level. Maybe fight one more time and see what happens from there, or give her a contender series contract. I don't know, you know, however they want to do it, right? But yeah, it was a decent card, but I would prefer that they just stick it out with YouTube because, yeah, I think they lost some viewers as they were watching it because, yeah, you had over 1,000 people, you know, tuned in on YouTube. But then some of them said, I don't have CBS or I don't have cable, so they couldn't watch it. So everybody watching prelims, you know, the numbers probably dropped. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. But I think that would be better for Invicta. Got another Invicta card coming up next month in August. I don't know the full card yet, but I know Jennifer Maya's up there and Tina Black is on there. So it'll be good to see Jennifer Maya back in the mix, right? So, yeah. What else we got going on the regional scene? Let me see. Uh-oh. Got my girl Fatima Klein just signed her contract. Dana White's Contender Series, y'all. Fatima Klein just signed a contract. This was reported just yesterday. Double champ from Cage Fury, right? Yeah, Cage Fury FC. Fatima Klein. I know she fought Invicta FC a couple of times, and she went over to Cage Fury, won the flyweight belt first because I think her opponent had pulled out for whatever reason, I can't remember. So she won the flyweight belt, came back and fought for the strawweight belt and won it. So yeah, she's a double champ from CFFC. Signed over onto the Dana White's Contender Series. Looked it up. I believe she's going to be fighting on week 7. Yeah, week 7 against Alexa Thinera. So, this will be interesting. She's going to be fighting. What weight? Let me see. Let's see what weight they got this thing going down at. Hold on. 115. Okay. So she is going to stick it out at 115. This is going to be good. It's going to be good. I think Fatima Klein at this point, got to give her a shot. She says she's ready. Going over to Invicta to fight might kind of hold her up. She's already won 2 belts in 2 weight classes. I know it's a lower competition, but she talks with confidence. She trains with the best fighters out there, Aaron Blanchfield and so on. So, I guess she's ready to go. Go ahead and give her that shot, right? Because the only one way you're going to find out is if you get in there. I mean, her grappling's good. Her jiu-jitsu's looking solid. Striking's, getting there. And, she's not afraid to throw her hands. I think her level of striking is looking good for her level. She's tall. She's long for strawweight. So she'd be a good addition. Not too, not too wild in there either. 23 years old. She fights patient. She's like 5'6", about the same size like JoJo was. So we'll see how long she stays at 115. Like if she has trouble making weight, maybe she'll move up at some point. But I like Fatima Klein at either weight. But with her being young, I'd like to see her kind of take her chances at 115 right now. You put her in there, I think she would fare well against girls like Vanessa Demopoulos. I was going to say Eduardo Moore, but side note, Eduardo Moore, just so y'all know, I believe she's going to fight at 125 in her next fight, which is a good choice, right? Yeah, so Eduardo Moore is going up to 125 in her next fight since she missed weight 2 times. So I think with what Fatima Klein possesses, like her striking, her strength, and jiu-jitsu, of course, there's only one way to find out, just to see her in there. But I think, she would be a good addition to what we see now at 115. So what do y'all think for y'all that have been tuning in? Zama says Klein has legit opponent judging by record. Yeah. I'm ready to see what she's capable of doing, man. So yeah, let's see. What else is going? Oh yeah, Shannon Clark, the girl that choked girl unconscious, the bulldog choke. Yeah, she's gonna be fighting on the Contender Series too. Shannon Clark. Y'all remember that was a 6 submission, man. I think she'll be fighting like on the 4th week when I looked it up. So yeah, she'll be a good addition to flyweight. A little powerhouse flyweight she is. So we'll see. All right. And yeah, man, just so y'all know, some of y'all are gonna miss her, right? Michelle Waterson is still in the rankings. They still got her in the rankings, but she's for sure done. She's already kind of put that out there on social media now. And of course, in the UFC, she gave her speech. They brought out her little highlight reel, and yeah, they do that. I believe, sometimes a fighter, they probably let the UFC know, like, hey, if I win, we're going to continue, but hey, put that highlight reel on the side just in case I catch an L, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I'm glad to see Michelle Waterson just exit the game now. I was just looking back at her resume, man. She's been in the game for like 17 years. And, that's a long time for some women. I mean, she's been in there since 2007. I didn't even know it was that long since I've been watching her fights. Like, when I went back and, like, seen some old fights on TV before, I was like, man, I forgot I forgot she was in the game for that long. So yeah, she's been fighting since 2007. Went on nice little win streaks back in the day. She was a big part of Invicta. She was atomweight champion. Beat girls like Jessica Pena. Who else did she beat? Angela Magana whenever she first signed over to the UFC. So there was always a level of excitement with Michelle Waterson I liked, and like a level of competition that she could always go in there and beat, and that's fine, because some fighters aren't always going to be A levels. They got to be B's and C's, right? Who all did she beat in her career? Ganya, Paige, Courtney, Felice, Carolina, and that's crazy, right? Like she lost to Rose, but she beat Carolina Kobukevich. But Rose beat Michelle Waterson, where Rose lost to Carolina Kobukevich. So styles make fights, man. It's just weird like that. Then towards the end of her career, she started losing back to back against, higher level fighters like Marina and so on. I thought Luana Pena lost to her, but yeah, good on her. Good on Michelle Waterson, to leave now. Always a fun fighter to watch, and just always was cool too, good energy. I've talked to her before, online. And yeah, she was always cool. Always cool on social media, always responds, when you kind of, when you just comment or speak to her. Yeah, she's one of those fighters. So yeah, I always like Michelle. And yeah, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her for calling it a day, All right. All right. So I'm looking at these rankings, man, and I see, let me see here. Let me kind of scroll through here. Just scrolling through. And we got the bantamweight rankings have been updated. So I put these three fighters right here because I wanted to kind of see what matches y'all want to see or what match makes most sense right now. Because at first I thought they would move Macy up to that number 3 spot, right? Since she beat the number 3. But they didn't want to give her that spot. They said we're going to have Kayla Harrison move up. So there's been some shifting around at bantamweight. If y'all haven't seen it, if y'all want to look at the rankings right now here, I'm going to put it in the comment section. Hold on. All right. There it is. So bantamweight's been switched up. Let me see. It's pretty much the same from 10 through 15, but I see Misha Tate dropped to number 9. Kiara Rosa is down or up to number 8. Holly Holm drops 1. Yeah, MBS dropped 3, of course. And Macy Chiasson just went up 2, and she just won up over Macy, or Myra Bueno Silva. Irene Aldana moves up 1. Kayla Harrison moves up to number 3, and Ketlin and Pena are still in the same place. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I thought they would have put Macy up in there at number 3, having a stoppage win over Myra Bueno Silva, who did beat Holly Holm, which Kayla Harrison beat. But of course, hers was turned to a no contest, right? So, of course, they're trying to push Kayla to be the next title contender. But we already know that that's not going to happen just yet. But with these 3 fighters right here, I'm kind of curious as how they're going to mix it up. Like, who else could we put in the mix? Because Irene Aldana is ranked number 4, but they actually got her fighting in number 10, Norma Dumont. So it looks like they're trying to move on with Norma Dumont and try to get her to the top 5, right? So it's about time though with Norma. I want to see Norma up there myself. But yeah, that's a big jump for Norma. She'll be fighting Irene Aldana. So with that being said, you'll have these 3 here. So which fight would make more sense at this point? Mark said Ketlin versus Harrison makes more sense, or Macy. Yeah, that's why I got them up here. To me, either one of these 3 fights. I think ranking wise, of course, Ketlin Vieira would make sense, but I think promotion wise, that makes sense too, because Ketlin has been talking. Like, to me, Ketlin's the only one. Ketlin Vieira is the only one that's been calling for Kayla Harrison and saying that, she doesn't deserve to be there. And I wanted to fight her, but she said she didn't want to fight. So, yeah, she's kind of been the only one that has been calling for that smoke. So, in that sense, it would make, the best matchup. Ravioli, what's up, man? He said, to be honest, Kayla needs another win before title contention. To be honest, Ketlin, Macy. You mean all three of them need another win before title contention? Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, one of these fighters should be fighting each other before they get to a title shot, right? Because none of them deserve a title shot right now. Actually, Juliana Pena, I don't know if she does either, man, because like she's been out for 2 years, but we all know she's getting her shot. But that's what I'm talking about. But until then, matching Kayla up with one of these fighters makes sense. So I think, Ketlin is a good fight because, Ketlin's calling for it. And if she wants it, I say, hey, give it to her. And, Kayla Harrison needs another fight before she's able to get a title shot. She wants to fight on the title card with Pennington and Pena. So make that happen. So if you got the number 1 and the champ fighting, go ahead and have the number 3 and number 2 fight. But at the same time, I think Macy, that's a good fight too, because, Macy's kind of new to the top 5, and, she's kind of, building up the momentum, and, some questions still need to be answered with her. Like she said, Macy Chiasson didn't really, to me, get a full chance to, let go in the MBS fight. It started off a little rocky, started going her way. And of course, she did get a legit finish, but we didn't really get a chance to see her like finish her, or even like maybe submit MBS, or come through the real fire, in that fight. So I would just like to see how she would match up with Kayla. Like, would she fight long in that fight? Will she be able to handle that strength? I don't know if she'll be able to handle that strength, because even Myra Buenasilva was pushing her back a little bit. But can she step up her striking game for that fight? Will she rise up to get Kayla out of there? So any of those 3 fights make sense. And then you had Macy and Ketlin. They were supposed to fight. They were supposed to fight back in January. So, I think they just need to match one of these fighters up and then put them on the undercard. Ketlin versus Kayla, Ravioli wants to see. Yeah. And Miesha Tate versus Holly Holm needs to happen. Yeah, that's still a rematch that I would like to see them get out of the way. Like, honestly, I would have put Miesha Tate, Holly Holm, the rematch. I would have put that on UFC 300 as like on the prelims, since they were doing a lot of, just matchups, kind of throwback style matchups. I would have put Holly and Tate rematch on 300 on the prelims. I'll just put that fight on the prelims, man. But yeah, let them 2 fight it out. That's the one rematch that they need to revisit. I mean, they made Marina and Michelle fight again. So I'm sure Holly wants to redeem herself from that win. That was a fight that she was ahead in, right? I think Macy fights down. Let me see if number 5 at this point, Macy fighting Carol Rosa might be something in the works if she can't get Ketlin Vieira. But Ketlin Vieira and Kayla Harrison could be that fight. That could be the one that they make. So we'll see. We shall see if they do that. But speaking of bantamweight, more bantamweight action. Irene Aldana and Norma Dumont. This fight is coming up in a couple months. If they lock it in for the Sphere, they're trying to get a lot of Mexican fighters on here. They're getting a lot of the Mexican women on here. JP, what's going on? They got Yasmin Jauregui on there. Taking on what's her name, Ketlin Souza. And now you got Irene Aldana works for Norma Dumont. So they're trying to put some bangers together. They're trying to, they want to get Irene Aldana. If they really wanted to make sure they had a guaranteed banger, they should do Irene Aldana versus Kiel Rosa 2, right? If they really wanted to make sure they had that banger, because that fight was crazy. But maybe Norma can bring that energy. But I don't see Norma being too vulnerable or like too gullible to be pulled into a punching match like that. Norma does switch it up. Like I gotta give Norma credit on that. Ever since that Megan Anderson right hand, she has stepped up her game and really started to like adjust in a fight. Like she won't go in there and trade. She got clipped a couple of times. Like I don't know if y'all remember. Like I think Danielle Wolf clipped during that one fight. I think she did, right? In that Norma Dumont fight. Norma Dumont did get clipped in that one fight. So she's kind of like the type of fighter now, like she ain't gonna get drawn into a crazy match, and she will drown you. So early look at this one, I don't see it being that type of fight like the Kiel Rosa fight. Irene Aldana at number 4 and Norma Dumont at number 10. Norma's probably gonna want to play it safe. Norma would probably want to play it safe and make sure she's guaranteed a victory like she did against GDR. Like when she fought GDR, she was like, "Oh no, I ain't eating that right hand. I'm taking you down every round." So with Irene Aldana having trouble against Macy Chiasson and Holly Holm, there you go. Norma's big and strong enough. Like, what do y'all think? Norma's big enough to take Aldana down and keep her down, right? I like Aldana. Believe me, I like her. I like what she does on the feet, but I can see Norma taking her down and keeping her down, especially with the high ranking, on the line like this. Yeah. JP said Aldana versus Myra Bundesliga. That would have been good. Yeah, that would have been good for the Sphere. But sadly, that cut needed a lot of stitches. Did y'all see the picture of that? I meant to post it, but dang, man, that thing looks bad, man. Like it's healed. It was a clean cut. Thankfully, Chiasson has some sharp elbows, like a good sharp knife. Have you ever been cut by a good sharp knife before? Sometimes it makes the cut easier to stitch up. That's kind of how that gash was on her face. That gash was easily stitched up. So yeah, she was good. So yeah, I don't think that thing's gonna be healed up for September 14th. But yeah, I agree, JP. That would be a good fight because MBS, she loves to lead with her face, man. She loves to lead with her face. But in this case, I think they're trying to put together something that's going to be a banger like that. But yeah, Norma's gotten a little too wise for that. That's why I want to see Norma and Kayla Harrison so bad, man. Like I want to see what Norma is able to do against Kayla Harrison at some point. Norma been she's been in the mix for a while now, so I'm sure that she's ready to step it up. So I don't see her throwing this opportunity to get ranked in the top 5 away like that. So yeah. JP said DJC acts like Aldana is some god. Oh no. Aldana, she's fun to watch, but she's far from one of the elite fighters. I mean, she let me down in that Nunes fight. I mean, I knew she was going to, believe me, look, I knew Nunes was going to win that fight, but she let me down as far as, I'll say this, JP, Aldana let me down as far as putting on at least putting up a competitive fight. Like, I was hoping at least she's seen what Juliana Pena did with the jab, or I thought training with Alexa Grasso would maybe rub off on her and maybe she was going to do something big, but she disappointed me in that Nunes fight. Granted, again, I knew Nunes was going to win. I was picking Nunes to win, but I was hoping she would prove me wrong like Grasso did against Valentina. But no. Brian said, yeah, Norma's smart, but Aldana's hands are going to be dangerous. Oh, yeah, that left hook is dangerous, man. Left hook to the body and to the head is dangerous. So we'll see how Norma defends that. We see how she reacts to that thing, man. We'll see if it catches her and she goes straight to the ground. I think Norma's punch resistance is pretty good, though. Like, Norma getting knocked out by Megan Anderson, that was a right hand. That would have knocked anybody out. Like, Megan's right hands are beautiful like that. And Norma just walked right into that thing, and that was a featherweight punch. I'm gonna have to watch that thing again, man. Norma got knocked out, and man, Megan put her to sleep. She put her down with that thing. So when she was in there with GDR, I was kind of thinking that was going to happen, but she fought way smart. So Norma, unlike some fighters, she learns. She does. Like, that's one thing I can say. Yeah, to the body, man. Like, where's that picture at, man? Hold on. I'm gonna show you. This is why I do like fight photography, because you get to catch some of the most beautiful shots sometimes. And I just got like a collection of my favorite punches landed in a fight. And dang, man, where is that? Yeah, Rene Aldana's left hook to the body is one of the best punches in WMMA. Period. Hang on, I'm gonna show y'all something. I always gotta do this, like sidetrack and show y'all something cool. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. All right, y'all want to see something cool? I'm uploading it right now. I think Macy should fight Kayla in the number one contender fight and have Vieta fight Myra Bueno Silva or something like that. Okay, interesting. Yes, I would like to see Macy and Kayla fight, honestly. I actually think it would be a little bit more exciting than Kayla versus Ketlin. I think Macy would bring an exciting element. I think she would rise to the occasion for that fight. Both, I'd want to know how. I'd be a little worried about how their weight cut would be. Yeah, this is what Irene Aldana's left hooking does. This is what it does when it lands. Look at the reaction on Carol Rosa's face. Look at what that thing is doing right there. Now that's a left hook to the body right there. So when she lands that to the body several times and she goes upstairs, it's usually putting fighters to sleep. But yeah, Norma's wise to certain things. She is wise to certain things. So I'm not gonna go in there and count Norma out thinking she's gonna get knocked out by the boxer like that. She can strike, she can move, right? So yeah, bantamweights trying to make some fights, man. They're trying to make it interesting at the top. I understand what they're doing. You got to bring Norma in. And like I said, backtracking here, Kayla, Macy, Ketlin, something got to happen here, because I think Kayla trying to come back in October to be on this card. And yeah, speaking of October, I know some of y'all hate it. Juliana Pena said it. She said some of y'all hate it, but Juliana Pena trying to lock in her title shot for the fall, and it looks like that is happening. Rocky Pennington was asked about it, I think, on that little red carpet for the Hall of Fame show, Hall of Fame induction, and Rocky said that she ain't hear nothing about it yet, but she's pretty sure that this fight is going to happen. And she said, yeah, this the fight she feels like is going to happen, and she wants. She said, let me go ahead and fight her, and then I'll fight Kayla Harrison. She said Kayla don't deserve that fight yet, so she stated that this is a fight that should have been happening like 17 years now. So yeah, I'm with Pennington on that. Just kind of get this thing out of the way. But Juliana Pena, she will always get sweated out when people hear her name, especially now with her getting this shot. I mean, I'm in the same place where I am with Grasso and Shevchenko 3. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's just make it happen. It could be entertaining, it could be good, it could be a dud, but where they stand, we just got to make it happen. Let's do it. Let's just go ahead and do this thing, because Juliana Pena ain't gonna fight nobody else, and her being this number one spot, she gonna argue to the death on this. And I know she been out 2 years from the broken rib, but these two got a little bit of beef. Maybe they'll make it a spice. Maybe they'll spice it up and make it a good fight. What do y'all think? JP's Myra is number 6. Yeah, she dropped 3 spots now. Yeah, she dropped 3 spots. Ravioli, Rocky Pena is a hard fight to predict. JP said, unfortunately, we'll lose. Salman said, unfortunately, JP will lose. Oh, okay. Rocky wins. That's the thing about this fight. It's going to be a weird style matchup. I think that, like Juliana Pena said, Rocky is very durable, and the girl can take a beating, but I think Rocky over the years, to me, has gotten smarter. Rocky's not as reckless, so I could see where you think Rocky would win this fight, definitely, because Rocky let me pull her record up too, man. Like, I don't think people give Rocky Pennington enough credit. They seen her get pieced up and hurt by Amanda, but you gotta look at what else she's done, man. Like, first fight with Holly Holm was close, and then she beat Irene Aldana, right? She beat Irene Aldana, and then she went on a nice 5-fight win streak of just beating fighters. Only fighters she lost to were like considered the elite fighters like Nunes and GDR. But even then, she lost to Holly twice. Holly just has a bad style matchup. But yeah, she beat Miesha Tate. She put Miesha Tate in her first retirement, right? Put Miesha Tate in her first retirement in her career. Yeah, beat Irene Aldana. Macy Chiasson, submitted her. Beat Ketlin Vieira. So, yeah, she's always kind of been that next level right under. Been that level right under her, and you can always count on Rocky to kind of make the right choices, whether you like it or not. I always kind of think of her as like Liz Carmouche, where gets better over the years, kind of fights a safety first fight, a little bit more technical. Pena, she's gritty and dogish, man, but sometimes her recklessness is what costs her in fights against, higher level fighters. Juliana Pena, the reason, she has lost some fights in the past is because she stuck her neck out there, literally, right? Just stuck her arm out there. And when I saw her get submitted by GDR, I was like, oh man, this girl right here, like, it's not that she has a bad IQ, but she doesn't have like a dial to turn down when it comes to letting the heart, not override the brain. She'll just go in there and keep going and keep going instead of looking at like an easier way to get the victory. You know what I mean? Like that second Amanda Nunes fight, like maybe if there were just some subtle adjustments to her jab and right hand in that fight, she probably could have won some rounds or maybe even won the fight. But with her head on the line and just walking forward, like there had to be so many changes in that second fight that she just wasn't prepared for. Like walking forward, head on the line, just storming in, like all that was just dog. There was nothing calculated about her approach to Amanda in the second fight. She thought it was gonna come the same way. Like, yeah, you dog Amanda out the first fight and you gave her some lumps in the second fight, but Amanda was prepared for the dog. I mean, she still kept it a level above you and knocked you down 5 times in that fight. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Ravioli said she fights like she got 9 lives. Oh, Zama said fight would be a hug fest. Minus 2,000. I don't know. I think Pena will stop it from being a slugfest. Like that's the good thing. Like I think Pena will throw some hands in there, and she will create separation. And because Pena is active on her back too. Like if she gets put on her back in this fight, she will throw shots off of her back. She's active like that. So I think stopping the hug fest will be part of Pena's game plan. But if it gets pinned to the cage and she ain't strong enough to get off, then yeah, Rocky will control her in that manner. James G, what's going on, man? Hey y'all, he said James G got Pena in this fight. Mark said, I can see Rocky getting that guillotine choke on Pena while lifting Pena in the air. Oh, yeah. I remember, yeah, like Macy, when she was getting up in the middle of that separation, she got choked out. But yeah, same thing, man. Yeah, like Pennington's game has gotten, her submission game's gotten so much better. And, you know, her boxing's gotten better. Where I think, you know, Pena's got a good long jab, but I think Pennington has a better calculated jab. So Pennington, you know, taking her head off the line in this type of fight, back foot fighting a little bit like she did in Aspen last fight, she could actually win this thing. But if Pena gets her down and gets on top, that's where I think Rocky's jiu-jitsu is going to have to come into play, look for those openings. So, you know, I think this fight will be better than what a lot of people think it's going to be. I think you can always count on Pena to make a fight good, whether she's losing or winning. And I think it'll. Let's put it this: it's not going to be a Carla Rose 2. It's going to be better than Carla Rose 2. Y'all got to agree with me on that. It's not going to be Carla Rose 2. It's going to be a better fight than that. It's not going to be Valentina Liz 2 either. You know, I think there will be some connection and action in this fight. And there could be somebody going to sleep. You know? Let me look at these comments. Yeah, I think so. James Aldana versus GDR in the Sphere would be ideal next. Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been a good stand-up fight. Man, that would have been a good stand-up. They should have matched GDR up with that fight. But I think Irina was still healing up from that last fight because her leg was messed up. Her leg and face was messed up. So, well, no. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I was thinking about GDR Aldana back in April when she fought Norma. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah, Aldana versus GDR in the Sphere because when she fought Rosa, that was last year. So yeah, heck yeah, she would be healed up now. Yeah, that makes sense. Even though Norma did win the GDR fight, yeah, I think GDR would have been that'd be a guaranteed matchup. For sure. But yeah, that's true. Pena fights like she has 9 lives. And she might be on number 4 or number 3. No, Amanda, how many lives did Amanda take from Pena in that second fight? That was a gory fight, man. That fight kind of turns my stomach because that place is bloody, man. That gash on Pena's head was nasty. How many lives did Nunes take from her in that fight? I'm serious too, because you know those shots to the head, man, they take years off your life and years off your memory and everything, man. Just so y'all know, you know, Heather Hardy in boxing, she's got brain damage now. Hold on, let me see. So yeah, I kind of finished on my talk earlier on everything. So let me look at this side stuff that y'all talking about. Or yeah, let me pull this up. Yeah, Heather Hardy had said this, man, a little while back. I meant to talk about it, which maybe I will later in the video. But yeah, Heather Hardy in boxing said, I suffered a lot of brain damage. One blow and I won't be able to see. She said, one more blow and I won't be able to see. Heather Hardy has revealed brain damage suffered during her boxing career could force her to quit the sport for good. I've had too many concussions. Well, yeah, she's already quit now, just so y'all know. Yeah. In 10 years, I've had too much. Commercials on that one. Trying to mess up the. James G said, I'm surprised they put Lemos versus Verna as a main event. Yeah, I'm a little surprised too. That's got people mad too, man. It's got people mad, man. There's some people mad about that. I have no problem with it. Like it didn't really seem like a main event to me. Like, is this supposed to decide who fights Whaley next? Because I already thought Tatiana Suarez is going to be that fighter, right? But yeah, they got Verna Lemos. So let me see who else is on that card. So Lemos Verna is number 1 is the main event on here. And you got Pudilova and Carolina on this card. Wait a minute. Oh dang, this card is July 20th, right? Dang, that's a few weeks. I forgot. Yeah, because Miranda Maverick and Deani Barbosa's on this card too. Yeah. Real quick, I want to talk about that fight, man. 5 rounds is good for Verna. I agree. 5 rounds is good for Verna. I think Verna's got the style, definitely got the cardio for 5 rounds, I think. And her boxing's gotten better too, man. Like, man, when she was putting hands on Loopy, I was like, oh, Loopy, what are you doing? You got the grappler over here outboxing you. What's going on? Lemos cracked Chinny Dern, but I don't think Verna's stand up is as open. I don't know. Mackenzie Dern's not chinny. I won't say she's chinny. Ebos is, but Mackenzie Dern's not really chinny. She's just taking a lot of punches. Even same thing you can be said with Ebos takes a lot of punches too, though. Ebos takes a lot of punches in Dern, but I would say Dern's chin is better than Ebos's. I definitely would say Dern has a better chin than Ebos. I love watching Ebos fight. I love her as a fighter, but yeah, sometimes she'll take too many blows, man. Marcus said Dern isn't chinny due to getting hit by power. Yeah, right. Yeah, Dern ain't chinny. I don't think she is because she's been hit by Marina Rodriguez and she's been hit by Yan Xiaonan and she never danced. Like Dern's been hit by Yan clean, Marina clean, and she never was doing that dance in there. Like she's always been on her feet. Now, when you constantly taking Andrade shots and Andrade is like giving you whiplash, oh yeah. I mean, Andrade, man. Whew. Now, later on down your career, yeah, your chin might be bad. Like, they'll definitely take some years off your life when you fight like that. Yeah, Brian, Ebos fight like she has 9 lives for sure. She fights like she's got 9 lives, man. Ebos still got a few of hers. I ain't gonna do her like that. Ebos still got a few of hers. She going there fighting Whaley like that, she might lose 5 of them. Andrade got her hands full in her next fight. Yeah. Whew. Dern felt the power from both Lemos and Andrade, man. Like clear whiplash in those fights. Yeah, Miranda Maverick is taking on Deani Barbosa now because, as y'all know, Tracy Cortez. They probably called Tracy up. Tracy, they said, hey, you want a main event? And Tracy Cortez, of course, would probably say, oh, do I fight Miranda or do I fight Rose in the main event? Shoot, I'm gonna fight the main event. So you can't fault her. Tracy probably stepped up at the opportunity. She was like, oh, I get to fight a week earlier. And she probably said, I'm ready to go too. She's like, hey, I'm close to weight. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. More exposure, more money for Tracy Cortez. So she was probably like, yeah, I got this. Let's go ahead and do this. It sucked for Miranda because that was a good ranked fight for Miranda Maverick. The only one that suffers in this is Miranda because, Rose still gets to fight a ranked fighter at number 11. Of course, it doesn't elevate her. So Rose suffers a little bit, but Rose gets another good fight to grow. So Rose doesn't really suffer that much. Rose gets to fight somebody to grow. She's not fighting at number 4 anymore, but this was probably a blessing in disguise for her not to be fighting that type of style with Macy yet, But Miranda Maverick, she probably suffers the most here because she was unranked. And now she's fighting a girl that just got signed who could be dangerous, but I'm not sure style-wise like she's going to be a threat to Miranda like that. Yeah, Tracy was number 11. So had Miranda fought and beat Tracy, shoot, she would have been in there, number 11. So I can definitely see if she's a little upset with that. You know, her and Rose, they were training together. And I believe Jasmine was in that training camp too. Yeah, Rose was training with Miranda. So, you know, they had camp together. And here it goes. Her opponent goes to her, you know, so that's the part that kind of sucks for her. Close from said Maverick versus Barbosa is a banger. The scrambles will be interesting. Wrestling versus jiu-jitsu. That's the thing about Miranda's jiu-jitsu. Like, Miranda may have come up short against some bigger fighters, but her jiu-jitsu really good, man. Like, even when she's like maybe outclassed, like in the Aaron fight, or being, you know, maybe outstrengthed, she's still solid. Like, I like her jiu-jitsu, man. Like, she's still good. I believe, you know, I'm not sure if she's still a brown belt, but yeah, she's good on the ground with that. But Barbosa, you know, her last fight, she showed that she was tough and she can take a shot. She had a good first round. But honestly, you know, some people felt that Ernesta beat her. You know, they felt she lost that fight. She kind of gassed out. You know, she kind of blew her load in that first round, trying to go for the knockout. So we'll see how her pacing is in this fight. That's something that I kind of have to count her out against Miranda in, because, you know, Miranda's got more experience. You know, Miranda's pacing. You know, she's working on her striking, slowing it down a little bit, picking shots from the outside. So off of experience, yeah, early on, I would definitely say, yeah, Miranda's definitely going to have more than the edge to beat her, especially when she was training to fight somebody at a higher level. You know, they were working harder and working on different things, you know, against somebody that was a little bit better. You know, different styles, of course, but it should be a good fight. It kind of turned into a stay busy fight for now. So, yeah, that's just another fight to keep afloat, stay busy. But hopefully, you know, she can go back and get that at some point. They'll set her up again with another top 15. Let's see. Dern needs to go back to her old school boxing coach. Who was her old school boxing coach? Not Perella, right? Jason Perella. Were they not together anymore? Jason Perella, were they not together anymore? Huh. Jason Perillo, yeah. Just why was I saying Perella? Jason Perillo, yeah. I didn't know. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, they did leave, right? Maybe she needs a new boxing coach. Not saying, you know, anything against him, but I'm just saying maybe she needed somebody else that could, I don't know, change up some things, help her change up some stuff. But yeah, man, I got done a little earlier here, so I might jump off of here now. Like I said, I just wanted to be on here an hour today. Let me see what we're talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, pretty much ran through a lot of stuff to talk about as far as what's going on at bantamweight, really. I think the card coming up in 2 weeks, the Tracy Cortez card, is yeah, I already told y'all, yeah, it still is a main event. Because I thought it wasn't going to be from what I heard, but yeah, it's still a main event. But I think there's like 3 flyweight fights. There's like 3 flyweight fights on that Rose Tracy card. Yeah, James, however you spell it, yeah. Jason Perillo, yeah. When is Cyborg versus Pacheco happening? I heard that the fight is not happening now or something like that. Hold on, let me see. Word was that the fight was agreed on. Okay. The fight was agreed on a little while back, maybe like a month or 2 ago, but no date was set. But now I hear something like Liam McCourt's name being thrown out there. Yeah, I'm looking it up now. Yeah, 2 months ago, Chris Cyborg announces that she's facing Larissa Pacheco, but no date was locked in. That was no, June 14th. June 14th, James. Chris Cyborg says PFL change plans after signing for Larissa Pacheco fight. All right, so I just signed a fight. I just signed a deal to fight Larissa Pacheco. It was supposed to be September. All right, that's what Cyborg told MMA Junkie. I was really happy. I was doing interviews. And then what happened, the PFL talked with my team. They said they changed plans. They didn't know when the date was going to be. So I'm looking forward to having a meeting with PFL. Okay. It was supposed to be champ versus champ. If not, it's for the Bellator belt. It's going to be the number one contender. And Leah McCourt. Oh, wow. So if they're not going to make that fight, she might be fighting Leah McCourt. And dang, that's what they're trying to do. So, yeah, PFL had a meeting and said that I guess they're going a different direction. So Leah McCourt might be that next one. I don't know. But it looks like, yeah, we ain't going to get that fight right now. Yeah, that would have been a good fight. That would have been a good fight in September. What'd you say, close from what card do you think Weili, Tatiana will be on? Both have been training. It would have been nice to have it on the Sphere card, but it could be. What is the December? Is there a December card coming up? November? What's the big card coming up in November? Is when is? Hold on, 306. When is 306? Yeah, it's 306. Yeah, 306 is the Sphere. So is Valentina and Grasso going to be the main event for UFC 306 then? 307 is in October, so could be 30. It could be 307. I think they could do it for 307 close from. I think that would be fair enough. That's 3 months from now. I'm ready to see it because Tatiana. I'm ready to see her go ahead and get this shot now too. Hate to see her get another injury. So I think October 7th, the 307 card would be good with the Pena Rocky fight, maybe. Would they put two WMMA title fights together like that? October 5th. Yeah, E307 card. Easy, what's going on, man? Just talking about, we were talking about Cyborg and Larissa, but now talking about Weili and Tatiana when their fight card could be. Zama said, why it's the Sphere UFC Nocha? Why what? Why aren't they doing a fight on that card? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that they're probably not putting Weili on that card because they haven't even talked about it. They haven't even got Valentina to sign on to the fight yet. So I don't even think they're going to try to squeeze Weili and Tatiana on September 14th. They're already working on other fights, man. They're already working on putting Haurigi on there and Irene Aldana. I don't even think they're going to put those fighters on there. The John Jones card. When is John Jones fighting, man? Is he still fighting Stipe, or is he going to fight Aspinall, or is he going to fight Prieto? What's going on? I don't even know. Zama said it's a Sphere 100% Chev or not Chev. We talking about Weili and Tatiana though. Tatiana and Weili ain't fighting in the Sphere. That ain't no guarantee. Of course, Grasso is. She's already said in the interview. I posted that, but we talking about Weili and Tatiana though. Like he asked what card would they be on, and my answer is that I don't think they're gonna put it on 306 now. At this point, it don't even seem like they on lock with it. Tatiana said she would do it, but the next card I think would be 307 in October for Tatiana. That would be good. Or what is the 308 card in 26, October 26? They could do it that card. So maybe it could be like a fall fight. Yeah, because I already know. Yeah, Grasso, she already said in the interview she's locked in. She said, "I'm fighting on this card." She was like, "If Valentina doesn't, Manon would be the next thing." But that would be really bad though at this point. That would be really bad at this point, man. Like to not have that third fight. What would be the whole purpose of them training? The tough house training together. Like that would kind of kill the whole purpose. I mean, they don't really have like any bad blood in there, no rivalry going on, but it's like, why, still. Whaley takes long breaks. Look at the Tapology. Yeah, I would like to see Whaley come back this year, man. Like, I would like to see her take on another fight, man. It has been a while, like, since the Lemos fight. No, I mean, Yanzhano fight now, right? They haven't announced anything. It's been what? No, about 3 months. I mean, but yeah, the Lemos fight was once that year. Did fight Lemos once, but I'm sure maybe they'll lock something in this year. Hopefully, at least we can get her back to fighting 2 times a year. Robot Chicken, what's up? He said Rocky is a pioneer for WMMA. I'm glad she tastes gold. Truthfully, yeah, I'm glad that she finally won it. Should be a good fight. Easy said, who's the greatest female MMA fighter to never hold a belt in the UFC? The greatest fighter to never hold a belt. To never hold a belt. Who would be the greatest fighter? Across the spectrum, it's kind of hard to say. It's hard to. I'm gonna exclude 125 right now since it's a little new. It's not, of course, it's not that new, but when I look across the spectrum here from 2014, or even all the way back to Ronda's era, let me think. Oh man, trying to look around into the bantamweight division. It is a little hard to tell. Let me see, bantamweight. Trying to look back at some of the toughest bantamweights that were around. Let's see. Strawweight. Yeah, I was kind of thinking Claudia for strawweight. Too. Like Claudia Gadelha was like something around 2014. Like she was, but it was like she kind of lost her momentum after losing that second fight. And then that Andrade fight took a lot out of her. I think, yeah, Claudia was a really good one. Because let's see, Andrade, she's touched the belt. Claudia was a good strawweight one, though. Who else, though? Who else at bantamweight? Robot Chicken said GDR. GDR has held the belt, though. She's held the, GDR did. It's still a belt. She did hold that featherweight belt. So, yeah, GDR has held the belt. So, she's not really an uncrowned fighter. He asked who's the best that never held a belt. BJ, what's going on, man? Who is the best? Who would be the best fighter? Yeah, I think Claudia. Yeah, that's a good name. Then when you look back on a good win streak back in the day in the bantamweight division, Kat does come to mind. Kat Zingano, when she was before she had fought Ronda, right? She was, who all did she beat before she fought Ronda? Let me see. Before she fought, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, because before she fought Ronda, yeah, oh man, yeah. Might have to say Kat was probably that one that was something, man, because boy, she came in like from Invicta, she finished. She stopped Rocky. Then as soon as she came into the UFC, she did stop Misha Tate and she stopped Amanda Nunes. So she was kind of like that troublemaker right there that was in the way before Amanda could go on her on her win streak and become her the fighter she was. Brian said Tisha. I really wouldn't say I would put Tisha as one of the toughest, but it's hard to say one of the best to never win champion because she did lose like 4 in a row. Like I'm kind of thinking more fighters that have kind of came up short. Like Tisha's on my list for one of the toughest. Like one of the toughest fighters. I definitely put her on my tough list, and she's on my list of one of the fighters I wanted to see win the belt. But I would have to say it would be somebody that be like had fought tooth and nail in every fight and fights were close, or some freak accident just kind of stopped them from being champion. That's what I kind of think of. Like I think Claudia came really close. But yeah, I think Tisha was one that I would always love to see win the belt. But yeah. Yeah, Zingano was probably that one. Because I remember even back in the day, I was ready to see them fight. Like I was ready to see, them do that tough show together and fight. I thought she had a legit chance, and I was crushed when she lost that Ronda fight in the way she did. So yeah. BJ said, "What are we talking about? Who is the best fighter? Who is the best WMMA fighter to not win a belt? Who's the best WMMA fighter to not win a belt, BJ?" I excluded 125 right now because I still feel like these girls are still, Valentina was champ for so long, and some of these girls are still trying to, find their rhythm and who they are. So, 125, yeah, 125 is still new like that. Okay, yeah, Kat, because you got to go back and look at what Kat did. Kat, she stopped Amanda. And had she not had some of the issues that she did, yeah. BJ said I can do a 1 to 10 on that. All right, give me 3. Give me 3. I used to love Tisha back in the day too. Like, I still like her as a fighter, of course, but yeah, I used to love Tisha like from Invicta from the very beginning, man. Like, I was like, man, this girl, she might be champion because the way she was moving and the way she was fighting. But then, different styles came in. And when she fought in the Tough House, she came up short against Carla in the Tough House, right? Let me look. And that's when I kind of said, man, I think she needs a little bit more to her game. And as style started kind of, different styles started coming into that house and just around the UFC strawweight division. It was different than Invicta, let me see. Who did she fight? Yeah. I think she was. Yeah. She fought Carla. It was close, but yeah, she fought Carla in the Tough House. And I was like, man, I thought Tisha would have won that fight. But then, Carla's a wrestler. She was tough back then too, man. But I thought she beat Rose both times when they fought. But she went on a nice win streak. But when, she stepped it up against Andrade and them, it was just another level. BJ said Lena Landsberg. Man, I would say Caitlin Chikagian before I said, I'm just playing. No, seriously though, yeah. I thought you said Chikagian before Lena Landsberg though. Because Caitlin was on a nice win streak when she was in the UFC. Like she only had like 1 or 2 losses. And she was beating girls too. She had like a defensive style that was frustrating. Stoyarenko. Yeah, Caitlin Chikagian, I would probably like if I had to say anybody out of flyweight, I would say probably Caitlin Chikagian right now. Yeah. I would say Caitlin Chikagian. Like if I had to pick, because she did okay at flyweight. She did beat Irina Aldana too. She did beat Irina Aldana. Easy said I don't count GDR for 145. Okay. Yeah, because she did dip out on that belt, man. Zama said Zingano and Claudia Gadelia. Yeah, I think across the board, I think we all pretty much agree on those two because they were the two that for Zingano, she came in and crushed some dreams when she fought Tate Nunes. It was when she got to the champ that she had kind of a hiccup, but before that, she was a monster. Rocky Pennington, Misha Tate, Amanda Nunes, all three. She finished all three of them in a row. And then for Claudia Gadelha, she gave the champ hell, and she beat Karolina Kowalkiewicz. And who else did Claudia Gadelha beat? Because Claudia Gadelha was one of them girls that wasn't in the tough house, but she was a beast. She was a beast that said, "Hey, I don't need the tough house." She came in beating girls. Um, yeah, the Aguilar fight, I remember that. Aguilar, she had finished Carolina. Carla, I thought Carla did win that though, but after fighting Jessica Andrade, she kind of lost something. Six, what's going on, man? Brian said Jessica I and Betchko Air. Oh boy, Betchko Air. Stoyarenko though. Easy said, you know who I miss? Nico Montano. They did her dirty. That girl was a ready-made star. Nico Montano was okay. I mean, in the tough house, I thought she was all right. Like, things just started happening, man. Like, things just started going downhill, man. Arlene Blinko. Yeah, Arlene Blinko's a good fighter. She's a good fighter. She's definitely a good fighter. Again, just came into that, ran into that cyborg train. So other than that, I think Arlene Blanco has a good style, and she's got some good wins on the resume. Been around a while too. I don't want to see Tatiana go down like that. Y'all bring her up now. Like, that's why I want to see Tatiana go ahead and get this shot and see if she can pull this thing off. Because I don't want to see Tatiana miss that train, man. And then we talking about her like that. It's like, oh man, like, who do you think is a good fighter and never won the belt? Tatiana. I don't want to say that. Easy said Julia Budd even had a belt. Yeah, man. Julia Budd had her belt. Julia Budd had her belt. Hey, Angela Hill had her belt. Angela Hill, Tisha Torres, some of the toughest girls in the game. Todd Johnson, what's up, man? He said I'm late to the show. Yeah, you late, but hey, it's always good to have you. Never too late, man. Lamos. I don't know. I don't know. BJ was asking. Oh, I thought BJ was saying the champ. Robot Chicken said, who you got, Verna or Lamos? Okay. I got you. He said, I'm saying Lamos over Verna. Okay. I don't know yet. That question, I don't know yet. We still got 3 weeks for that fight? January 20, yeah, July 20th. Yeah. Antonina Shevchenko, man. Hey, that girl can fly, man. I trust her to fly. Easy said, I don't trust Lemos' age. Oh, yeah, that wear and tear, man. She seemed to be training, though. I mean, working hard. I just want to see some of that stuff come out in the fight. I hope she's able to do something, man. Oh yeah, I'm a fan of Cat Zingano. Yeah, of course I have my constructive criticism, but as far as her as a fighter, I'm a fan of Cat. Like, I'm a fan of what she's been able to rise up against, and to just hang around in a game where people are always, just so fickle. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been like a diehard Cat fan, but yeah, I definitely respect Cat a lot for how long she's hung around in the game and still wanting to fight, you know, especially with what she's been through. That's tough. That's tough. Is Yasmin Souza 50-50 power versus volume? I'd probably say not. I don't think it's 50-50. I would go with Yasmin probably. I would say it's probably like 60-40. I lean more towards Yasmin in that fight. 60-40. What's the next up? I even go as high as 70-30 on that fight. I don't think Souza really brings anything to get a lot of respect in that fight. Easy said, at a certain age, you should dial back how hard you train, substance over quantity. Yeah, that's true. I look at Bernard Hopkins, man, like, whenever he started getting older and at light heavyweight, it came down to, more so the substance. Yeah, it came down to him just training the reflexes and the mind, no hard sparring, not a lot of hard punch drills or heavy bag work. It just came down to eating clean for Bernard Hopkins and eating clean. And like I said, a lot of exercise in the mind and of course, cardio, things like that, but nothing that's going to, tear something or cause a lot of damage, to the knees and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why I think, Marcus. If it's the same Yasmin that beat Sam Hughes, I would say Yasmin beat Souza. Yeah. Who did Ketlin Souza knock out? I know. Said she hit like a truck. Who all did she knock out? I never really thought her as like this hard power puncher though. I know she maybe. I'm trying to think. Like she fought Marnik Man, she couldn't even finish her. Because she couldn't finish Marnik Man like that. She should have, but she didn't. BJ said Ketlin Souza. I thought you said Olivia Nada Souza. No, Olivia Nada Souza been gone for a minute, man. Oh man. Yep. I don't know, man. Yeah. Easy. That was weird. She just man, when she came out with that and Ronda just put that on her, I was like, oh man, you gave it to her. What are you doing? I was yelling at the screen that day, man. I just shook my head, but I was like, all right, it's okay. It's okay, Cat. I ain't gonna lie, one of my favorite WMMA fights is still Cat versus Misha, man. That was a bloody mess too. That was a good fight. BJ said he did Olivia not wrong. What they do, man? What do y'all like? Y'all like that fight, right? I still love that fight. Zingano Tate, that was a good fight. Yeah, Ketlin Souza, I don't know. I don't see her knocking Yasmin out like that. I think Yasmin got to give it to her. Yasmin's going to have to really give it to her, and I don't think Yasmin going to fall for that same okey doke like she did in that Denise Gomes fight. And the thing about Denise Gomes to me throws better punches. Denise Gomes. Yeah. No, I like Cat. I don't know 6. I like Cat. I don't think she was overrated. I think she beat a lot of good fighters. She beat just about everybody Ronda could beat at the time. She can't always say she beat Nunes, even Ronda didn't. Still think that fight between JJ and Whaley was the ultimate classic for females. Oh yeah, most definitely. That's still up there. JJ Whaley, man. That's guaranteed history right there. Indeed. That is going down in history as number one on a lot of people's cards. Number one on a lot of people's cards. Rosa Aldana, Irina Aldana and Kiel Rosa. That's a good fight, of course. That was a war, but as far as like championship level, yes. Nothing ever touches that one as of right now. BJ said Carla whooping Jan Janan was wild. It wasn't, but it was. Yeah, I picked Carla to win that fight. I think by decision, but when she came out like that, I was like, I didn't expect that. Yeah. Zingano was the one open the floodgates to soccer moms in the UFC. Man, get out of here. It was six crazy, man. You really think she was just a soccer mom? You talking about somebody who used to wrestle and is a legit fighter. See, C6, you might just be using that as a negative term, but there's women who have soccer playing sons and daughters, but they can fight. You know what I mean? Like she was never a soccer mom. Like if you saying she like who was Alima Lay's first opponent? If you saying she's on that level, then you got you a casual six. If you saying that Kat Zingano is on the level of the opponent that Alima Lay's very first opponent was, have you ever seen Alima Lay's first fight? You ever see? And again, I ain't knocking Alima Lay, but you see the lady they let come in there to fight her, what she was wearing. If you putting her on that level, Six gonna get his card revoked. Cat already been in the trenches, man. Like, so if you saying that, then you saying Amanda Nunes is no good, then, right? If you saying Amanda Nunes got beat by an overrated soccer mom, then you saying Amanda's not that good, huh? BJ said that was an amateur fight. Still, I would not. You let somebody come up in there dressed like that, amateur fight or not. She didn't even have Target shorts on in there. You said she ain't it. Why ain't she it? Look at her resume. Kat's resume is legit. The girl's had some injuries in her career, but she's got some good names on her resume. All right. Easy says Cindy Danois is the actual soccer mom. Oh, Cindy Danois. All right, easy. He said prove him wrong on why she's not. I mean, I don't feel like it, but you can. I mean, it's easy work though. So yeah, to get to say cats that come on now, cat on that level, cats higher level than that. I think sometimes if she came up short, it was just kind of a mental thing with some of the situations she's been in. But Cat, yeah, her way to the top. She was legit. But on that note, I'm about to get up off of here now. I think Colossus asked me a question too. Hold on, I was messing with y'all. Jacqueline, Jacqueline Amram, not Jacqueline Amram, but Jacqueline Cavalcanti versus Josiane Nunes. Who you leaning towards? Um, I kind of lean towards Cavalcanti in that fight. I think Cavalcanti's a good volume striker. She's smart too. Like from what I've seen, like Cavalcanti has some good combinations and good movement. Like she does well against some punches from what I've seen from Cavalcanti. So I'm not sure. I'm not locking that pick in yet, but I think Cavalcanti has a chance against Josiane Nunes. As long as she take away that power, she should be okay. But Cavalcanti, if she can take it to the ground, I would favor her. But that's a fight she's gonna have to watch out for Josiane's power in that one. Yeah, Jacqueline has to me has some good volume, so I kind of think that what she did to uh before she got into the UFC when she fought Melissa Crow and she fought a hard puncher in that fight and she dropped her, man. She dropped a big Melissa Crow, and I'm like, that girl's got power. Like Jacqueline's got power. Like she's got accuracy too. So if Jacqueline sticks Josiane up the middle with a couple, good left hooks, she might put her down. She just got to watch out for that long reach. Josiane's long reach for her side for her height. But you probably see you might see some fighters rocked in that one. I can almost guarantee you in that fight, Colosseum. Get Jacqueline, Josiane, somebody getting rocked in that fight. I don't know who yet though. I just don't know who. BJ, y'all done started. So now BJ said, y'all talking about Misha Tate, the multi promotion world champ. The BJ gonna go in now. You talking about Misha Tate? Jacqueline looks innocent, but she would whoop somebody. Oh yeah. Jacqueline, cute. You know, you see her, you think, oh, okay, this girl might just be like I don't know, soccer player or something. She looked kind of like one of the soccer players or uh runner, something like that. But yeah, Jacqueline, yeah, that girl can fight. She proved me wrong in that Melissa fight. I was thinking Melissa's gonna win that one, but she kind of comes in with kind of a Nunes vibe with her kicks too. Good MMA striking, not just like a karate. Because Melissa came in kind of with a karate style whenever she fought Jacqueline, and Jacqueline came in with the MMA striking, and she was tattooing her from head to toe. So Jacqueline does everything well as far as her kicks and punches. So if Josiane just come in one dimensional trying to punch, Jacqueline can throw head kicks. She can throw body kicks. So I think Jacqueline's got a good chance when it comes to that. Jocelyn Josiane Andrade would be funny though. Oh yeah, somebody's getting knocked out in that fight. If nobody gets knocked, if Josiane Nunes and Jessica Andrade, if that fight doesn't end in a knockout, I'll shut the channel down. So somebody is going to sleep in that fight. If they ever make that fight, somebody's getting knocked out. Josiane got them long arms and things would be swinging on Jessica Andrade.
Jessica might get rocked. Shoot, do that thing at 125. Why ain't Josiane Nunes at 125? That's the question. I'm gonna ask y'all that. Why is Josiane Nunes not at 125? That girl is 5'2". 5'2", got them shoulders and no neck. So it's like very small too, like I didn't think she was that stocky. Like she really shouldn't be tampering with 145 or toying with 145 like that. Josiane should be somewhere around 125. If she lose another fight at 135, Josiane need to go down to 125. Seriously. Shoot, they need to make Priscilla Cachoeira versus Josiane Nunes. That'd be a crazy fight. Marcus said, I think Jacqueline will take Nunes down, and that is where Nunes will struggle. Yeah. I think Jacqueline will land a few shots on her, keep her at bay, but yeah, I think eventually, yes, she could get her down. BJ said Chikagi would go to town, Josiane Nunes. Yeah, man, Chikagi, man. People underestimate her style, man. Go pepper you. She'll pepper you up. Six said Liam McCourt. That's like Rolly Romero. Oh man. All right, y'all. On that note, I am getting up out here. Shout out to y'all. Good questions y'all got about some fights coming up. Who else is fighting next? Who is that girl? Mizuki is fighting. Who is Mizuki fighting? Who's that strawweight fight? I know Sam Hughes is fighting the girl. That girl that got staph infection. What was her name? Dudakova. Sam Hughes is fighting Dudakova. Mizuki is fighting Jacqueline Amram. Okay. Mizuki, Jacqueline Amram. Is that another easy submission for Jacqueline Amram? We'll see. Hopefully, Dudakova shows up. Colosman said, don't forget we got Jazzy versus Vivi this weekend. Oh, next weekend. Yeah, next week. I'll be on for that. I will be on for that. Please don't disappoint me. Please do not disappoint me, Viviana Arujo. BJ said, can Dudakova make 115? Can she make 115 or can she show up sanitary? Sanitized? Can she show up? That's the question. Can she show up? Poor Melissa Gatto missed out on a fight. Mizuki's legit. Yeah, Mizuki is good. Mizuki got a good clinch game. She got some speed to her. If Mizuki come up short in that fight, I'll be kind of disappointed because Mizuki does got the tools to win that fight. Mizuki took some good shots from Lemos. I know different styles, but Jacqueline's so long too, man. That's good for jiu-jitsu, so she got to stay away from that. Ask Six has said Watanabe is ask who she is. Who is that, Six? Since you want to prove how long you've been watching WMMA. Yeah, can she not be infectious? Yes. Ugh, man. The way that other fight that she had went, and like they said that thing popped in her shorts and there was blood everywhere. Oh man, that was gross. She still fought that night too. Like, what was it? She had like a boil on her backside, and they said it popped and blood went everywhere. Oh man. Ugh, that was nasty. BJ said she's nasty. I'm just saying, man, that was wrong. Like, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it over here because she did it. You showed up and fought like that. You could have got some people sick, man. Zama said y'all going hard on poor dude. I'm just saying, man, she did it. She came in, got nasty with it. I'm just saying, like, I can't ignore that, you know. Could have got some people sick. I know some people that lost fingers off staph infection, you know. I remember what's the boxer's name? Easy Kelly Pavlik. He got it real bad one time in his hand. And he showed it to us how it looked. That thing looked nasty. You remember Kelly Pavlik, right? Easy. He got staph infection in his hand, and that thing looked bad. Colossus said that someone almost wrecked outside. Yeah. Yeah, down the street, somebody hit the brake, man. You know, these guys be racing sometimes, like off-road racing. That must have been pretty loud if you heard it though. Dang. I didn't think it was that loud. Dang. Y'all did all y'all hear that? It wasn't even near my window. Man, it's crazy. Just some dude laying rubber out here, being crazy. Yep. But yeah, all right. Yeah. I'm about to jump off here now, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that like button and subscribe. Easy said, yeah, Kelly Pat was a great white hope at one point. He was the truth though. Yeah. Yeah, he got that staph infection in his hand once. And yeah, it's no joke, man. Oh, owes him money. Oh, somebody hanging out my house. I don't owe. So I owe him some money. Hey, you don't want to come around here with that, man. That's about all he'll be able to do because hey, I'll be ready. But on that note, yeah, let me jump off here, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're gonna do this again, maybe next week because I got work to do this weekend. Maybe if BJ jump on live, we'll go ahead and talk some trash this week or this weekend. I know he ain't got no fights going on, but maybe BJ will be live this week and we can go over there and hang out. On that note, y'all, I'm getting up out of here. Peace.